Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's StarCraft 2 broadcast brought to you by Captain America SC2. And yet, we have another LiquidTLO replay off of that replay pack just released on Team Liquid Pro. It's going to be a TVZ, a ZvT, depending on who you are, what race you play. And spawning in the top right corner, it's ESV Cloud Kingdom yet again. Our protagonist for the day, LiquidTLO, the little one. And his opponent this time, the Blue Terran once again, in the bottom left corner. OGS ForGG. The quite a impressive player. Both players actually very impressive. What will we see? I'm sure it's going to be good. And well, we'll just have to wait and find out. But I'm gonna hazard a couple guesses. The standard traditional hatch first and one racks expand. I don't know. We'll see what ForGG does. He has some very unique styles where he puts a lot of pressure on using Hellions and Banshees and expands behind that. Not sure if he's going to go with something like that today or not. We'll have to wait and see. And I'm Captain America SC2 bringing you this. You can you found me on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter at Captain America SC2, and I'm on Facebook. Also, if you have a replay you'd like to see cast, or if there's a player you'd like to see featured more often on my my channel here, definitely let me know. Send a replay, leave something in the comments. You can send a replay to CaptainAmerica at thegspotnetwork.com. So yeah, that's definitely, if you have a replay you think is particularly epic, send me a link to it. Drone Scout coming into the main for TLO, gonna see. Looks like the one racks expand at this point. And a hatch first, of course, from TLO. Standard stuff. Where it goes from here, nobody knows. So, yeah, if you like this, go ahead and like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, it's free, it helps. Definitely want to get you guys some better content in the future, better production as well, and just let me know how it's going. Say hi. Alright guys, Marine on the way. It's like this SCV for ForGG trying to put an expo down, going to be denied by the drone though, and LiquidTLO going to get out. Is he going to get out? Will it make it? Oh, 3 hit points. TLO saving the drone. Just barely. So close. So close. Oh. And here we go. A pool in the main. Oh, double gas. Okay. A little different from the bomber game. Definitely check that out. I should have already uploaded it by this point. So it's 1 racks into double gas. That's pretty standard in a TVZ matchup. For that Terran to go for that quick gas, try and get some tech. Go for that factory into maybe Hellion play, or eventually the Starport and Banshees. With 2 gas like this, it definitely could be. And then, you could throw down the additional racks if you need to, depending, on what style you want to play, if it's Spio or Marine Tank or Mech. Those are the 3 predominant styles right now in the Zerg versus Terran matchup. Looks like that CC going to finish, a bunker going down as well, and TLO saturating his natural this time, actually, something I haven't seen him do yet. Grabbing geysers in his main this time around. In the past, I've seen him do 1 at the main and 1 at the natural. Just, it helps if your opponent scouts you. If he only scouts the main, he's going to see 1 geyser. If he only scouts the natural, he's going to see 1 geyser. And you won't really know what's exactly your gas count at that point if he doesn't scan both bases or scout them in some way. It looks like a reactor Hellion, and could be the Banshee follow-up to that. So it's standard. Of course, it's the expand first. 1 racks expand into reactor Hellion. Gets your expansion up a bit faster. Hellions come out still for the defense, and Zerg usually playing passive in the early game. Not always, for sure. Definitely not always, but in this case, looks like TLO. He's got 3 queens out right now. A 4th one about to finish. We'll have 1 at each base plus 2 for creep spread. Queens are quite good units to have as a Zerg player. And looks like that Banshee play will be coming out here, quite possibly. See what ForGG does with his Starport. But most likely, yeah, Banshee, a Lair Tech coming down for TLO, so he'll be in a good position to hold off any Banshee play. And that's the thing, with the player going for 4 queens, also getting a Lair like this, that's really where his first set of gas went to, is to that Lair. And he's taking a 3rd gas now. But he's going to have the Lair, so he can get an Overseer. He'll also be able to throw down an Evo Chamber. I'm sure once he sees what's going on. He's got an Overlord here, scouting that 1 geyser. And can't see the minerals quite yet. There we go. Cloak Banshee coming out. 2 Hellions out on the map, poking around, taking map control. getting the little one to bottle up, to tighten up, you know, go on the defensive in his base just a little bit. It's always a good thing in any matchup to try and keep your opponent penned in as much as possible. Really make him scared to go out of his base, and then you can expand and take map control and do whatever you want. Alright, that Spire coming out now. So it's speed into Spire, into an Evo chamber. So yeah, it looks like the little one will have... it's going to have the queens. Oh, drones being pulled over. Hit a little bit of a roast these Hellions got by. Oh my. TLO losing a lot of drones to these 4 Hellions. Just had his queens out of position when they came in. And 3 Hellions do it. 4th one goes down, but 15 workers killed. From that one attack, that certainly hurts your day. 2 more Hellions coming in, trying to get a couple more drones. Will they do it? Does he get anything? Can he do it? This guy 1 kill. And 2. So he gets 2. Great micro from ForGG, getting those drones, evening up the harvester count. And actually, if you count from mules, right now ForGG is going to be taking an economic lead at this point. 7 supply lead for TLO as he gets that Spire up. An Overseer as well out. And that Banshee actually at the natural here, doing some damage. 3 kills. Cloaks Overseer though in time. TLO will be able to hold this off, no problem. Takes 3 kills from that Banshee. Certainly not as bad as that Hellion run by. I think TLO just had his queens spreading creep right as ForGG ran through. And very good timing from ForGG to do that. +1 fire attacks actually, so we're going to see some Muta play. Very interesting from TLO. Stim +1 at armor and +1 attack on the way for ForGG, taking the gases at his natural. He's got a 3rd CC here, looking to take that 3rd, very likely, and going to Marine Tank by the looks of things. Also, what is he at now? He's about 5 racks, 5 barracks, 1 starport, 1 factory. So yeah, it should be Marine Tank, and okay, we'll see an orbital here. Looks like another Banshee coming in, not doing any damage though. See, that's the problem. TLO is very well prepared for it. Has an Overseer here and has those Mutas. Going with 3 more, he'll have 7. And let's see what he wants to do with these guys. Could do some damage here. I think the Terran will be prepared. He is throwing up 3 turrets right now. ForGG is. He's also got some Marines. So will this harass do a lot of damage? Probably not, as long as ForGG is on his game, which I do expect him to be. Should be well prepared here. This 1 turret, yep, gonna scare away those mutas. 2nd turret, oh, right, perfect placement there. Almost actually getting this 1 muta. And now, look, you know, the little one's gonna wait a little bit, and looks like fallback. Yeah, grabbing a 3rd base. Interesting position here. Grabbing this as his 3rd base rather than this one. I'm not certain on the reasoning behind that. Usually I do see Zergs take this base. You're behind 2 ramps. Looks like actually TLO wants to take a 4th, and that could be his reasoning. He knows the Terran's on 2 and about to get a 3rd because he sees the CC. So, if he takes the less defended base earlier and is able to defend this right here, well, he's got a guaranteed 3rd right here, which is pretty defensible. We'll have to see, though, what Bomber does. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, wrong game. What ForGG does. Looks like an Overseer scout coming in. Yeah, ForGG does not know about any of those expansions just yet, and it looks like the composition is probably, it's been revealed a little bit. Still had, the little one hasn't seen the tanks just yet. But he's got the Muta numbers here, going for this turret. Marines, though, in here just in time. The 3rd will be denied by the little one, just a little bit, delaying that expansion for ForGG, and hopefully gives the little one a little bit of a chance to get ahead economically. He's about 4 harvesters up, but with mules, he's definitely behind right now. Also saturating his 3rd here with 2 geysers and a crawler. Let's see how long the little one can keep his contain on. If those Marines come out before the turrets are finished. We do not have any Thors on the way. Siege mode almost halfway done. +2 weapons for the Marines. Oh, and a tank actually going to get picked off here. The Mutas do fall back. 1 going down, 2 going down, 3, 4. Ouch, 4 Mutas going down, and a Queen. Look at this creep spread from TLO. Actually trying, yes, able to deny a 3rd. That play from TLO. Quite spectacular. And now ForGG has to clear the creep. He actually must have had an Overlord poop in creep. Dropped a creep tumor, and then spread it up into the 3rd. Great creative play from TLO. As a Zerg player, you could definitely use that in your games. Dropping creep with an Overlord, burrowing with Zergling, and then even putting a creep tumor down. Of course, they're going to scan for the tumor and the Ling, so that might be redundant. Still, you know, interesting to see TLO do that. A 4th CC on the way now for ForGG. TLO taking a 5th base, going for +2 flyer attacks, +1 carapace, and +2 melee. And then +2/+2 on the way for the Terran infantry, +1 vehicle weapons. It's coming out now. 2nd factory and 3 more racks. So yep, we'll see the good marine tank composition. And well, this Mutaflock is pretty big. It's 15 right now. Are there any Thors on the field? No, one Banshee actually somewhere out there, waiting to get in and do some damage. Turret at the natural, gonna go down. SCVs are in trouble. Marines coming in now, but it's not a whole lot. It looks like ForGG will hold it off. The little one gonna back off, losing 1 Muta. Now a turret goes down again. Marines staying here just to get this secured. And it's gonna be straight Marine tank with no Thors in sight right now. And the 4th is saturated for TLO. Looks like Muta's coming in again. Gonna get the SCV before the turret finishes. Really being annoying with these Mutas. Pinning these Marines here, keeping them from helping out elsewhere or dropping. And the Banshee comes in. Let's see what it can do. Actually, that was funny. I was clicking to show you the 5th, just as that Banshee flew through. Overseer on the way. A little bit of trouble here. There are no Spore Crawlers. How much damage is... Well, there's this Overseer, the 2nd Overseer. Rather the 1st one. That Banshee not able to do a whole lot. ForGG's Harass really being shut down. Pathogen Gland started now with Burrow as well. And Overlord Speed. Ooh, 40lings Hive Tech on the way. You might just see a switch into Infestor Broodlord here coming up shortly. A turret at the natural for ForGG going down. A 2nd turret going to fall. We check that workers killed count right now. It's 23 workers killed for TLO and 12 for ForGG. Marines dying though. This is a huge Mutaflock, about 18 at this point. And they are able to just do a lot of harassment. Finally, 2 Thors coming out. A little bit of a push, or a drop rather, from ForGG, being cleaned up though by the little one. And the Ling's probably hesitant to push in here. There is 1 tank sieged. I'm trying to check how many tanks does ForGG have. He does have 3, but are they... Where are they? Okay, there's 2 here, protecting the natural. And 1 at the 3rd. Very marine heavy style with 63 Marines. Looks like 4 Changelings about to come in. Also 20 Mutas picking off these turrets, really giving ForGG a headache. He needs to get those Thors out to help fend off this attack. And are these all... Are there any Changelings? I don't know. Muta's engaging the Marines here. This is not cost efficient for TLO. Taking a couple Muta losses, and the turret can help out now. 8 Marines is 400 minerals for about maybe 2 or 3 Mutas. Definitely does not want to lose that gas. Getting a medevac though, in return and getting out. Wow. Losing quite a few Mutas. Looks like the transition is coming though from the little one. He's going to switch out of Mutas into Ultralisks. And the Terran, ForGG trying to clear out some of this creep. If you look on the mini-map, it is all over the place for TLO. Able to saturate his 5th a little bit now. It looks like that Terran push might be headed towards that base with Thors in the composition. 4 Thors here. Actually, not leaving any at home to defend. Fungals, though, coming down. Oh, we do have an engagement here. Tanks, not siege. Banelings hitting on the Thors. Marines going down as well. Looks like 2 Thors will be left. Will they survive? They are low in hit points. Both going down. A 3rd Thor here will survive. The tanks dying, though. Marines reinforcing with more tanks. Just in time to hold the line. These Mutas are in trouble too going down. The siege coming up at the 5th base. Meanwhile, ForGG taking his own 4th. And these Banelings, are they going to morph in time? Does not look like it. 1 might finish. Is it going to be able to... Oh, it's an Infestor, and it goes down immediately. Ling's running into the tank line, able to clean up 1. Can TLO hold here? He's cleaned out some of the Marines, but there's still 2 tanks. A Thor here doing a lot of damage. Looks like the 4th of ForGG being blocked right now by the Zerglings and Banelings. But ForGG, little one gonna lose his 5th here, going for the Ultralisk, which with +3 melee attacks and +2 carapace with Chitinous plating as well. ForGG meanwhile on 2/2 getting +3 attacks. So the upgrades are gonna be pretty even when they do. These 2 players do run into each other, but right now the supply is it's pretty even, about 20 ahead for TLO. Is 1 Ultralisk here in trouble, and it looks like these 2 Lings are gonna die. Now ForGG able to clear this out a little bit, gonna get his 4th up, fall back. Some Lings coming in with an Ultralisk though. This could be trouble for this little Terran army. They are outnumbered. Nice pickup from ForGG to save those units. That Ultralisk was hungry, I tell you. And still, yep, the 3rd unable to get up just yet. A burrowed Ling now from the little one, and looks like some Overlords coming in to poop some more creep. Man, I'm telling you, This is great play from the little one, using creep to deny ForGG's expansion as he goes for the Greater Spire. Now hopefully he did make, no, it looks like he did not make more Overlords. He's at risk of being supply blocked a little bit. Still not producing any. But he is, you know, waiting. He's got 4 Ultralisks on the way. And a little bit of a pause there, maybe some lag. What do we have? A little bit of a push. Unable to do any damage though, it looks like, on the right side of the map. 32 workers killed right now for TLO. 14 for ForGG. Right? Or is that, oh, it's the other way around. 32. ForGG killing 32 so far, TLO killing 14. Infestor's going to do some damage, but it looks like this little right jab here, cleaning up some creep and pushing into the 4th base of TLO. Not going to do a whole lot though, it needs to get out of there. These Ultralisks are going to clean things up. Will there be a pickup? No, ForGG choosing not to pick up, actually dealing with Fungals at his base here. Epic Fungals from these Infestors, looks like 7-2, 9 kills between them. And oh, another creep drop here with Spine Crawlers this time. TLO being so creative in his play this game, I tell you, and there's still a Ling here. Oh, one Infestor goes down, the other 2, looks like they, oh, another scan from ForGG, gonna pick off those last 2, attempt to, well, he gets 1, can he get the last one? Nope. The 3rd will get away to fight again another day, and I gotta stop saying that, I say it too often, right? Now this hatchery does survive here, just barely, 132 hit points. Creep getting pushed back, but I have no doubt that the little one will be spreading it again. Now more Infestors and Corruptors, we'll see the Infestor Broodlord tech with Ultras as well, plus 3 armor now for ForGG, going Marine Tank Marauder with 1 Thor out there at the front. Not sure if he's going to be ready for this Broodlord switch. Ultras coming in. Oh, this is a huge engagement on the tanks. Not sure if I agree with the tank composition of ForGG. You're going to have to lift here, losing all of his SCVs. I don't know if there's enough from ForGG to hold. He might be tapping out any second, down by about 70 supply, low in minerals. He is producing, but this Zerg army, as he kites, TLO being kited a little bit there by ForGG, and ForGG able to get that 4th back up, but he's in a bit of a bind. ForGG is. His composition is not the best right now. We are seeing the Broodlords coming as well, and doesn't look like there are any Vikings, so let's see what happens here. The Ultras engaging on the Marines. Fungals going down on the Medivacs and Marines. Another Fungal on the tanks, pinning them in place. Ultras able to do their job, cleaning things up, but it looks like there just won't be enough for TLO. Gonna have to fall back. The command center actually burning down at this very moment. Oh, ForGG goes for the stem, picking off 2 Infestors. Very crucial to get those 3 Infestors to fall, and the 4th one in trouble goes down. And now the Broodlords have been exposed. Very, very close game. 30 supply lead for ForGG. I mean, for TLO actually, and way up in the Harvester count as well. He's got at least, let's see, 3 bases fully saturated right now. Meanwhile, ForGG is struggling to saturate 1 actually at this point with only 32 workers. Oh, and this Infestor back to work again from the high ground, trying to draw some friendly fire onto those mules, but it's not working as the tanks were not sieged. And, well, we have 3 more Corruptors. How many Broodlords do we have? Looks like just 2 at this point with Ultras. Oh, a Baneling explosion on that front group from ForGG. Pushing in the hatchery will fall here to these units if they choose to focus it. Not focusing it, though, and it stands. That could be crucial in this game. Siege tanks here, though, and another group coming forward. They will get it this time. The hatchery does fall. TLO back on 2 mining bases at this point. Unable to really deal with this army effectively. He is up by about 30 supply, but it looks like he's waiting to engage. More Corruptors out, not making any more Broodlords just yet. We do not see any Viking production from ForGG just yet. There we go. As I say that, 2 Vikings do start. A couple Overseers over here, actually, just chilling, having a little bro sesh. And oh, look at the changelings running in. Now more Infestitarians from that Infestor on the high ground. How many kills will he have? Up to 2? Okay, 2 kills from that attack. Oh, a little burrowed Baneling maneuver here. Did ForGG see it? Not certain. And looks like TLO going to take this as his new 5th base right now. Not going to reestablish the old 4th. Oh, the Corruptor's out of position here. Maybe a missed rally. Will the Banelings go off? Oh, TLO missing the Baneling explosion opportunity he had. It was not the best, but it would have been pretty good. Looks like the Marine tank army moving in here. Is there enough for TLO to hold? Can he hold? He has to fall back with the Broodlords. 1 going down. There's 4 left. Ultras falling as well. one more Ultra at 5 hit points. Looks like it does fall. Broodlord's kiting back, trying to stay alive. There's just not enough of a Zerg army here to hold this attack. And the Broodlord's now on the high ground. Will be defending from here. An Infestor falls as well. Not many Marines left at this point. If TLO could just deal with this army, he would be in great shape. He is denying, looks like denying the 4th again with Infested Terrans. Meanwhile, though, ForGG going for TLO's 4th. Going to take that out. Looks like the hatchery will fall. Queen Broodlord's coming over. Not going to be in time. A couple transfuses, though, do save it. Actually, will it be enough? No, the hatchery does finally fall. Vikings here as well. It looks like one tank and one Marauder will get away from that army. And the Vikings do go down. They're still. Check the Broodlord count. It looks like 4 right now. For the little one, trying to saturate this base, get his economy back up. He is up by about 54 supply, almost approaching 60 now. And he's in a better position than he was a couple minutes ago. Finally dealing with that Terran army. Also denying this 4th base long enough that ForGG has to float another orbital over here, and is unable to take a 5th of his own. Looks like a little bit of an engagement here, possibly. These units are going to be surrounded. Nope. Oh, Broodlord's out of position. Will they go down? No, they do stand up. Fungals on the Terran army. Ultra's pushing in. Looks like TLO is going to push ForGG back here. Has to be careful with his Broodlords. And the Terran forced to fall back. Alright. Whew. What a game. See, now TLO is taking a commanding lead with his composition now. I feel it's a little bit better once he does have an army up. It's like mostly Marine Viking right now, so it will come down to mostly the Fungals. ForGG trying to get his 4th up. Really, the story of the game has been he hasn't been able to get that 4th. Here comes the engagement. Ultras in, unable to connect with the Marines. Fungals going down on the air fleet. And these Ultras, here we go, finally connecting with a few Marines as the Marines kite. ForGG trying to stay in this game, but he loses another orbital. He might be forced to GG here. Pushing back the Zerg army a little bit, though. And looks like the Infestors are low on energy for the moment. ForGG unable to get any Broodlords just yet. Yeah, any Broodlords just yet. But now he has to fall back with all of these Ultras here. This is a bit of a last stand for ForGG here at his 3rd long-distance mining. Opting not to mine out in his natural. 2 queens falling. This, he's still mining from his natural, but not much left there. Looks like the Marines kiting the Ultras. No fungal growths here for TLO. Needs to really fungal this bio ball and pin them in place long enough for the Ultras to connect. Another stim though. These units in the red and orange. Not looking great. Now the Ultras into the SCV line, taking out mules as well. And now at the 3rd, ForGG, the Zerg does fall back to the Broodlords. TLO trying to seal the deal right now. Pushing in, Ultras falling. Broodlords doing the damage though. Only 4 Marines in production right now with 12 Lings and 3 Corruptors. Both players struggling on minerals. ForGG about to have to tap out. Drops a couple mules, but will they be able to mine at all? Can they get anything back to the orbital command? No, the first one does go down. The second one not going to be able to make it as that orbital falls. And a GG from ForGG. LiquidTLO playing quite the epic game there. Able to take that game off of ForGG. Denying the 4th right here for the longest time. And with his composition able to win the engagements. I think ForGG was unaware of this this base until he scanned. Looks like he didn't know. He finally dropped a scan to check, not realizing his opponent had that base, and that was what gave TLO the economy he needed to win. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is Captain America SE2 signing off. You guys keep crafting.